Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Art Whisperer 88. This is a ghost print that I had done a while back, and it's mostly yellow-green, and it's a ghost print actually, and there's like traces of triangle shapes. Now I was going through my past work and I picked out two pieces which I thought might benefit from another layer. Since I can't leave well enough alone, well, this is the second one. It's a very attractive surface, but I find that it doesn't have much contrast in value. So I thought I would doctor them and show you how I do that. So anyway, these are very hard to see on your screen because the color is very similar. These are my reusable stencils, and they're transparent and they have a greenish cast to them, so it's hard to see when they're on top of the print. But what I intend to do is create a cheat sheet or map with this sheet of plastic. I'm making do because I ran out of acetate, and I really prefer acetate because it's much smoother, but this will have to do. And I will trace the outlines of the shapes. These are very simple geometric shapes that I like to use. I have half moons and oval shapes. And this is a modified X shape. Okay, so now that I have that down, I'm going to take this out and take out these guys. And another thing which I want to correct, there was a misregistration here on the top. So I'm hoping by putting another layer and possibly some collage, I can conceal this. No one will know except you guys. So anyway, I will put this aside. And this is the cheat sheet, and as usual I will reverse it like so, so I can assemble the pieces where I want them. Seems to be a missing one. This happens to me sometimes. I'm glad I have a lot of spares. This is one of those instances where I call it shop blindness, where you just use something and you just had it in your hand and then you can't find it. It happens to me often, so I don't get upset. Again, the advantage of having a plastic sheet is I can very gently smooth this down and the stencils will stick to the plate. Okay, this gets put aside, and I have assigned, this is Liquitex Basics Bronze on the top, and this is Cadmium Red Light in the middle, and for the bottom I'm using my acrylic Mars Black. So I will start with the Mars Black. And I have to be careful not to put too much. I'm going to offload the excess paint here. So I'm trying not to overmix the areas of paint so they are fairly distinct. And then this is the last, which is bronze. This is one of the metallic paints. Okay, so that's done. And these go into my soaking pan. Now I have to work quickly because I can see that the paint is starting to dry. Now I should have mixed a little retarder to delay the paint, but I thought this is a fairly simple process, so I didn't think I needed to do that. But you live and learn. Okay, I think I have them all, and here is the piece. Okay, so I'm going to leave this on for about 10-15 minutes. The paint seems to be fairly on the dry side because the paper doesn't seem to be buckling as it usually does. So I just hope that it won't tear. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes, and this is the exciting part. Let's see what we got here. Well, I think it's an improvement. Okay. The registration is not the greatest, but that's okay. It does show that it's a second layer, and I'm not unhappy with it. I think it's a little more attractive than having just a plain yellow-green background. So I will air dry this and proceed to the next piece. Okay, this is the second ghost print, and I have arranged my reusable stencils on it. It's a little easier to see because there's a little more contrast. So I will start tracing. And I have to do this because this pattern gets reversed on the plate, and it is difficult to remember even with a picture. Okay, so I got that. So these guys get put aside. And then this gets reversed, like so. Now I will use bronze in the middle. And black for the top and bottom. Now I have to work fairly quickly. I'm going to start with the bronze. I'm laying this black very thick because for some reason the black seems to evaporate quickly. Okay. Just making sure my fingers are clean before I touch the paper. So here is the ghost print with the red and purple. Again, I'm going to leave this for about 10 minutes and I will be right back. Okay, let's see what we got this time. Well, the black really adds some contrast, some drama. Check this out. A totally different atmosphere. I'm pretty happy with the result. I had my doubts, but I won't know until I try. So, in fact, this might be a standalone print. I don't need to add any more collage or anything else. So this gets air dried and back in a few minutes. I'm going to see if I can salvage this ghost print. So I will use raw sienna. And I will have a section of vermilion. I'll do the vermilion first. I think I made a mess here. Put too much paint. That's why it's always good to have my rag handy right next to me in case of accidents like this. Okay. Now, since this is a nice wet surface, I won't pass up the chance to do my scribble. And here is a very nice fresh sheet of Stonehenge paper. Okay, so this gets left on the plate for about 10 minutes or so. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's see what we got here. I hope this doesn't tear. I think it's already a very interesting result. It's a very dramatic difference. I like the way the black has picked up. Very cool. Like that. This would make an ideal surface for a collage. So this gets air dried and I will be right back. Okay, back from a short break, and I was able to go through my box of scraps, and I found these interesting warm-up exercises. And I cut this in half, and I think it would make a nice modified X right here. So let me mount that before I forget where it goes. And since this is copy paper, it is fairly easy to mount because it has the right thickness. It's not very thick, in other words. Okay, that's step one. Now here is a scribble piece. And a little piece of, this is a QR code which I had cut up. And here's a modified X. It goes up here. So there is a slight reference to modern life, digital life. There. So I will call that collage done. So this is the last ghost print of the series of 3, and this gets air dried. Okay, now I will recap after this is dry because it's easier to present when the glue is dry. Now here is the second print with the black and bronze overlay. Let me show you a close-up. So the black does give a lot of contrast and definition. Sometimes when the overall look is very monotonous, if you introduce some black elements or some very dark objects, it creates some contrast. Okay, and here is the very first one. Here's the detail. Okay, so that is the first print. Here's the second one. And lastly, here is the ghost print with the collage. Okay, I hope you like this little exploratory journey. I always am on the fence when it comes to adding or trying to correct a piece that I don't find satisfactory. But like I said before, I won't know until I try. And so far, the results are good and I'm happy with them. So anyway, thank you again for subscribing and watching. Please share with your friends. And for those who can, I'd appreciate if you could contribute to my PayPal account to help keep this channel going with production costs and art supplies. So I hope to see you next time.